Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Redeye Flight series. It is episode 8, and today we're going to be doing the longest flight that has ever been done on this series, from San Francisco to Barcelona. Yeah, it's going to be a long-ass flight today. If I check SimBrief very quickly here, I believe it's going to be 10 hours and 30 minutes in the air. So yeah, pretty long. Our cell cal today, because we do have cell cal on board, just in case there are controllers over the water, is Mike Romeo Papa Quebec, and it is currently 10:19 p.m. So needless to say, I'm not going to be doing this fully, because if I were to do this 10 hours with no sleep, that would mean I'm pretty much going to bed at 7 a.m., which is unacceptable. I'm not going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to sleep shortly after takeoff. And we're going to... Well, I have my vPilot set up so that if I get any notification here, it's essentially going to trigger my alarm. And by trigger my alarm, I mean I changed the sound to be one of the loudest things that you could ever hear. And I'm also going to set my alarm for around 45 minutes before the oceanic clearance, so as that I can get that set up and inputted for my oceanic crossing. We'll get to that when we get to it. For now, let's worry about our departure today, because we have to worry about our departure. I don't know why, but every time SimBrief automatically generates something for this airplane, or automatically generates a payload, it's always really low, like 20% or some shit like that. So I'm going to manually put in like 75%. 75% is normally what you get. And fuel. We have 6.4 reserve, which is actually not that much. We want like a 10 reserve, which is 4 extra, so like 83.4. That should give us enough. And then we can actually select the route and get this party started. And I'm actually going to try to do it like as if it were a live stream, so I'm probably going to leave in a lot of the stuff and make it really unedited, just because I want this to be authentic. Yeah, you might have seen that there's actually no ATC online. This is Los Angeles Center. We are currently in San Francisco, controlled by Oakland Center, which is offline. So we have no ATC on our way out of the airport today. It's just gonna be us making traffic calls. We already have. Oh, we don't. I turned it off because it was too busy. But let's switch it back. I think it should be all right. Just get the everything else in here. Reserves 6.4. That's not actually what it is. It's 10.4. So cost index, cruise altitude 330. Yeah, that's so. Oh, looks good. Flaps 5 probably shouldn't be that bad. CG automatically just put in, and we forgot to put in our runway here. So let's do that. Let's do 8 left on the Cinta to Orca transition. So get that all in there. And I don't believe we have a squawk code, although we actually do, because it's showing on Vatsim radar. 3333. That's pretty cool. Just don't double it. Anyway, so essentially, it looks like here, 28 left, here's the map software that I'm using. It's really low FPS, but it works. It looks like it's 3,470 meters on 28 left, which is just fine for our purposes today. With it, we'll have a V1 of 152, 159, and 156. And we're also going to have to set our altimeters here, but I don't know what the altimeter is. So I won't do that just yet. But essentially, the departure procedure involves us going over the Golden Gate Bridge on our way out to Orca, which is, I believe Orca is right over top of a VOR, but we're not going to be using the VOR for navigation. Other than that, I believe we have everything set up. We've already got all the passengers inputted. We just had to like put it all in. We've already got the aircraft maintained, and our payload is currently in. Turn on the logo lights now. APU will go ahead and start at the moment too. Currently, I'll figure out my gate. G8. Gate Golf 8, and we'll be pushing back, facing west. Oh, we have to set our parking brake. Hold on. Let me plan the pushback first, then we can set the parking brake. There we go. Just have that in for now, because we still have pre-flight checklists to do. Oxygen we need to test and set. Yep, good. Flight instruments, this is what I was talking about. Our altimeter is not set, so I'll go ahead, look at SimBrief, try to find the altimeter at the moment. Current real world ATIS is information Sierra, and it says 3003. Heading's all good, and we need to set our parking brake. There we go. Parking brake is set. No? Now it is. Okay. So pre-flight checks are done. It looks like we can go ahead and call the ground crew to remove all of the equipment. Yep. The APU is already on APU power. Just release, remove chocks. Hopefully that means that all these guys will go too. And then, let's just double check. Yeah, and we have this door open for some reason. Let's go ahead and close that. Entry left 2. There we go. Call the pushback tug, tell them to connect themselves to the airplane. Beacon on, seatbelts, no electronics, come on. And do the before start checklists. Flight deck doors closed and locked. MCP, we have the V2, the heading track, and the altitude we don't have set. Our initial altitude today is 330. Takeoff speeds, that's actually also on LNAV and VNAV. Takeoff speeds, V1, VR, and V2 are put in. CDU pre-flight is complete. Trim, we don't quite have that in yet, but that's something for after start, which is weird. Taxi and takeoff briefings have been completed, and the beacon light is already on. So, tell the pushback tug to push us back.
Cockpit to ground.
Wait to make sure that we have the
we are cleared
permission
for
to actually start the airplane.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Excellent. We can start the engines.
We'll
Alright.
start in the sequence.
Turn all this stuff on. Across the board. Starter left. Turn it to engine so we can monitor the startup. N2 is now climbing. 15, 18, 19, 20% into. Run fuel. I believe it should be starting. Pushback tug is moving us backward. Don't want to turn the taxi lights on just yet because I don't want to blind the tug driver. There we go. Now EGT is climbing. Excellent. Watch the N1 climb to about 15%, then we can start engine 2. And there we go. Left engine, starter normal. N2 climbing on left engine. Gotta set the parking brake.
Parking brake set.
There we go. And 20% N2 on fuel.
Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Cleared to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the
Alright,
visual.
let's just
Thank
check.
you and goodbye.
There's actually quite a few people over here. There we go. EGT's climbing. Monitor N1. Doesn't look like anything is wrong with the airplane so far. Alright, let's go to after start checklists. Or I guess before it's taxi. Anti-ice is good. Recall, there's nothing on the recall. Except for APU, of course. We need to turn the APU off now that we have engine started. Yeah, everything else looks good. Auto brakes, rejected takeoff, flight controls. We'll quickly check those. Elevators. Ailerons and flaperons. And a rudder. Excellent. Ground equipment is clear, which means we are good for taxi. Our taxi route is going to be quite standard for San Francisco. We're basically just going to take Alpha, Foxtrot, one left, one right, Foxtrot. Make the traffic call right now. San Francisco Traffic United 672, taxiing to two-way left via Alpha Foxtrot, crossing one way, one left and one right at Foxtrot, San Francisco. And get the before takeoff flaps 5 because those are our takeoff flaps. Excellent, flaps 5 and turn on taxi and strobe lights for now. You know what? Ground crew hates strobe lights, so we'll keep them off for now, but we will turn on wings. Hopefully we don't have to, like, haul this taxi out too much. Like, I'm not going to try to speed on this taxi whatsoever.
San Francisco traffic, Delta 2721, pushback and start on 2. Taxiway Alpha from Charlie 11.
This is good traffic, United 647 Heavy. We're pushing onto Alpha, so if that other United wants to pass it on Bravo, go for it.
That is for us. Roger, we see you on the map. We're gonna pass on Bravo here. Just a little, just pass maneuver. We're gonna...
Sounds good, yeah, we're still starting up the engine, so we can have a little bit.
It's fine. We are gonna take Bravo 1 Bravo Kilo. That will be the overtake maneuver. We have the traffic right up ahead of us over there. Should we take Bravo 2? I'm not quite sure. My wings are quite large because I am in a 777. You know what? No, we'll take Bravo 1. Bravo 1 is right there. Yeah. And then Bravo 1 right here. Company 777, I believe. And then right around this corner is Bravo. And then this one would put us straight into the plane, so it's that one up there. That's Kilo. That's where we're going to turn back onto Alpha. Actually, let's make sure my wing is not going to touch this guy's wing. I don't want to touch tips. I think we're good. And my frame rate seems to be sucking. I don't know why. But it's fine because I don't really mind. Right, thanks for that. We're going to be taking Kilo back onto Alpha and continue our taxi.
Here's good traffic, United 647 Heavy. You'll be following that company 777.
We'll be following that company 777. No pressure, I guess. Also, I'm kind of rusty with this. I completely forget how to taxi a 777. And I'm going to cool down because I said we don't need to really rush this. Is he sure he's following me? Because I'm actually texting pretty quick here. Okay, what the hell? If I go onto the outside here... No, outside is just as bad. Okay. No. Guess there's nothing we can really do about it. Can't change settings in the middle of a flight. Even though I spent so much time last night trying to fine-tune my settings so that the game would look great without me really having to I think I can slow it down. He doesn't seem to be rushing. Oh wait, no. That was a fat finger. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I don't think anything changed. We're fine. Alright. Looks like there's traffic on final here who is not coming into call. That's always nice. Who is that? United 876 from no flight plan. So he was just flying around. Is he texting faster than me? I can't tell. He is. He's at 17, I'm at 12. Okay. This guy's from Santa Ana, so there's no excuses for him to not be making traffic calls. I mean, he 100% should. He doesn't even have an aircraft type. I don't even know what plane that is. God knows, I can't tell from here.
San Francisco traffic, Delta 2721 taxi runway 28 left via Alpha, Bravo, Juliet, Foxtrot, crossing 1 left and 1 right.
Alpha, Bravo, Juliet, Foxtrot. I could give you guys that, but I'm not gonna. Shut up. I wonder if you guys could hear that. You could just hear my dog huffing. Okay, I'm actually technically speeding for 777, so I should slow it down. There we go. Should I? Can't hurt, right? Quick roll. I'm glad that they have these like red lights on the runway that tell me that the guy who is not making traffic calls is still on the runway. I don't have to even look at the map for that. Other than that, most of our final checks are just up top. Everything looks set. Down below, everything looks set. This is just for realism, even though it doesn't mean but yeah. I believe he's already off the runway. I don't see the runway lights on anymore, so we can just say departing to a left, Cincinnati 2. San Francisco traffic, United 672, departing 28 left on the Cincinnati 2 departure, Orca transition, San Francisco. Alright, so to a left confirmed. Looks super long. Holy mother. Alright. Spool it. Stabilize the engines. And engine stabilized. Auto throttle on. Takeoff thrust is set. Airspeed is alive, and we have 80 knots. V1 and rotate. A little more. Positive right gear up. Very smooth departure today. Not many problems. Wind's looking pretty calm. San Francisco traffic, United 672, about to make our initial turnouts for the departure. Clear of 28's left, San Francisco final call.
San Francisco traffic guys, 647 heavy, departing runway 28 left on the trunk to departure.
Jerkin. We'll go flaps up at this time, because he is not on the same departure as us, and there's no one ahead of us, so doesn't seem like there is any true problems. That was a freeze. Glad to see my Siemens still doing that. Focusing on the flight director here. And the first initial turn here.
San Francisco traffic, Alaska 613, final 28 left, San Francisco traffic.
Why does everyone choose 28 left? Can we just do this, guys? If anybody's watching this video, can we please agree? First off, we should make traffic calls at all CTAF airports. Second off, at San Francisco, 28 left is for departures, 28 right is for arrivals. Only use 28 left for an arrival if somebody's already using 28 right. Or only use 28 left for, I think, wait. I lost the plot. You know what I say. You know what I'm saying. Alright, we can go autopilot on here through 5,000. We'll turn off all the landing gear lights. Computer's still struggling. Thank you very much.
San Francisco traffic, Delta 2721, only short 28 left.
That was a really smooth departure. I guess, like I said. But anyway, we're climbing pretty heavy today, I guess. I don't think we should be that heavy. I guess
San
we are.
Francisco traffic, Alaska 613, 8 mile final, 28 left.
Yeah, I don't know if he really wants to do that.
San Francisco traffic, United
Let's
647.
go to Unicom here so that we can get a little bit of silence. Monitoring the systems. Everything looks stable, everything looks normal, other than my computer. Look out the window. Just over the Golden Gate now. Can't quite see it, but let's turn direct to Orca, I believe. Yep. On the departure, direct to Orca at this time. Through almost through 10,000. We'll get the 10,000 checklist done. Landing lights off. Logo wings off. Very stable, so we can turn these pass signs off. I forgot to set clocks. It's okay. It's only a few minutes. It's only the entirety of the departure that I just missed. Yeah, 310,000 here. The speed up is occurring. I mean, the only other thing we have to do is click standard on the altimeter when we hit 18,000, but then As of right now, it looks like we have absolutely zero ATC from here on our way into Barcelona. This is us right here, flying all the way over to Barcelona over here. No ATC. But then again, things can change. Barcelona will have its morning time, and well, who knows what happens over at NatFSS. And I'll set my alarm for when we want to cross the Atlantic, and I'll get to you guys then. Until then, well, I guess it's just for me. So, yeah. Here's the oceanic clearance. Alright guys, remember when I said that I was gonna get some sleep? that was a funny joke. Alright. We have daytime now. It is currently almost 3 in the morning. I just got started on a workout, then realized that I needed to come back to get my oceanic clearance, which we're gonna do right now. Once I'm done with this, I'm probably gonna go back to working out, but in the meantime, we have this done. So, let me just sign in real quick, not accidentally dox myself. There we go. TMI 229. 1 second here. Yep. We will request 370. Max will be 370. Requested Mach 083. And when it comes to the NAT traffic itself, why is little navmap gone? Damn it, little navmap crashes so often. I'm just gonna stop using it. Looks like we have a random routing today. Where's our entry? Is that a Vuti? And to Sunat Key 6. Okay. So remove all of these thingies here. Vuti, remove this. Alright, everything looks good. First one is going to be Gander. Entry fix will be Vuti. Estimated time for arrival. Come into the FMC over here. You have to go to Prague right here and then hit next page twice. And then you go to your Vuti, the entry fix. For me, it's Vuti. Oh, I'm stupid. There we go. 1009. I believe it is currently 901. It's about an hour. Current TMI is 229, not 2229. I believe that's everything. So submit oceanic clearance. Request acknowledged. We'll keep this tab open in case they come online. But until then, I'm going to try to figure out why my recording software is causing such a stutter in my game. Because when I turn it off, it actually becomes pretty, dare I even say, bearable. So, yeah. Most likely be very daytime when I get to Barcelona. And I guess I'll see you guys then, or unless the flight service station over the North Atlantic comes online. Go back to you guys then. But for now, I'll see ya. This is something I've not seen before. I was just about to get ready to contact this guy, and he actually took the prerogative upon himself. Alright. Okay. Gander Radio, United 672, flight level 370, Mach decimal 83, Cell Cal Mike, Romeo, Papa, Quebec.
United 672, Gander Radio, very good morning. Gander Radio copies flight level 370, Mach decimal 83, Cell code Mike, Romeo, Papa, Quebec, standby for cell code check.
I hope I put it in right, because if I didn't, then I have to...
Your phone ringing.
Cell call
Your
received,
phone
United
ringing.
672.
United 672, remain on cell call watch.
We'll go United 672.
Kayak 350,
Alright,
Gander Radio.
excellent. We can now go and get some sleep. It's so late at night. It's 4 a.m. in the...
Kayak 350, Gander Radio.
Ignore my goofy ass cell call code. I gotta set my alarm for around 2 hours, 50 minutes from now, when we finally finish crossing the Atlantic Ocean. Until then.
Alright guys. I think I may have just completely slipped past the initial ascent. Which may be bad, but truth be told, we had some connection issues, and we're currently not connected to the Vatsim network. We're around 10 hours in. It's currently 9 in the morning. Pretty much what I'm doing here is I just put in the approach. Try to circle back. Alright. Let's lock in here. It says we got land 3, but damn it, I can't see anything. Oh my god. Why is the game so fucking laggy? Okay. Jeez, I really have to bank to get over there.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
I go like slightly
Glide
off
slope.
of glide slope and immediately it
Glide
becomes
slope.
super bad.
400. Glide
This is
slope.
why I don't listen to the GPWS in this
slope.
plane.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
Approaching
Glide
minimums.
slope. Glide slope.
Why are you
Glide
shouting glide slope? We're completely
slope.
fine.
Minimums.
Okay,
Glide
maybe
slope.
we actually are
Glide
a little low.
slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
Well, we have like a
Glide slope.
huge...
Glide slope. 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 100. Glide slope. 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 20. 10.
Alright, speed brakes up, and turn reverse. Pause clock. Speed brakes up, flaps up, manual braking. Gotta exit right for our gate. Entry landing checklists. Lights off, flaps are already up, speed brakes are already up, brakes are already down. Alright. Flaps are currently 1. My goodness, I did not realize how much put in. Okay. Welcome to Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen. Our total flight time was 10 hours, 20 minutes, so roughly what I expected. Now it's time for me to do something even crazier. No, it's not. Or is it? Because you see, guys, right after this, I'm gonna stream another flight. Where I go from here oh my god, I'm so tired, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna go get some sleep. 9 in the morning is not the time to be awake. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it here. I'll see you.